Hey guys, welcome back to Tethan Props. Today I'm going to show you how I went about making Eowyn's lightsaber. So this is based off her sword from the Lord of the Rings. It first appears in the Two Towers, and it's a really iconic sword because of this really broad blade that it has down here with the two horse heads. Looks absolutely awesome. So I made it into a lightsaber with a really nice golden orange blade. So I think those color schemes go together really well. The orange, the gold, and the brown. So happy with how that looks. Let's get on to how I started making this. So I first started off with a 3D model, which I then had to fix to make it work with lightsaber components and actually take a lightsaber blade. So that took a fair bit of work, but once I had that ready, I printed it out on my Anycubic Mono X. Once you print out the pieces on the 3D printer, you've got to pull them off the 3D print bed. You just use a spatula and just be careful not to damage the print bed or the prints, but you just wedge them off. So you clean them with a paper towel, and then you clean them into isopropyl alcohol. After that, take them and clean the isopropyl alcohol off. Once you've done that, you need to then fully cure all the parts. So I do this in a UV light box, and once that's done, then your parts are ready to go. So I've got my parts for Eowyn's sword printed, cured, cleaned up, and now it is all ready for assembly. So a couple extra parts. I need a coupler, so this will go on the end, and that's what the lightsaber goes in. And then this is another coupler that's been cut down, so this will slot in here and help me join the two lightsaber pieces together. And then we also just need some PVC pipe, which acts as the core. So the first thing I want to put in is the coupler. So it slides down here. I'm going to leave it upraised a little bit because I'm going to put some little details in the emitter section, so that'll look really cool. So what I'm going to do, just put some super glue in and then just push it down as far as I want it to go. Push it in. Yeah, perfect. So having it up that high will be really nice because you'll still get a bit of lightsaber blade there, but then I can also do a bit of work in this section. So now I need to just glue the PVC core up in there. So again, pretty straightforward, just a bit of super glue. Alright, so next thing to do is to cut this off. I want to leave a little bit of space, so this will be where the second coupler joins in, so I'm going to go cut it off about there. Alrighty. So for this part, I'm going to drill that out in a second. I'm just going to let the glue sit there for a little bit, and now let's do the next part. So this coupler just simply glues into the larger section there. And we need to glue PVC core. I want to cut it off about here. Alright, let's go and do that. Now we can just glue the pommel in. So now with my drill step a bit, I'm just going to drill out the hole for the button. And done. So these are the two pieces. So that'll go together like that. I'll have to trim down this section a little bit, but that's essentially the lightsaber. So now I need to paint this, the first layer of paint. Ooh. Now I've got to do some details in here. So again, using my stepper drill bit, I'm just going to drill out these holes. So that is the lightsaber done. I need to knock down this a little bit. I'll do that on the belt sander, but that is ready for painting. So first layer of paint will be a grey primer, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. The grey primer is down. It's looking really good. It helps bring out all the details on the pieces. So now it's time to go cover this in brown. So I'm going to do brown, tape off where the brown is, and then spray gold over the top of that. So I have the brown sections taped off, so those are the sections I want to stay brown, and now I'm going to go over with gold and paint over it. Alright, this should turn out really well. So I've let that dry for a little bit and I can pull the tape off now. So I've got my gold and brown paint down on Eowyn's lightsaber, looking really good, really happy with how these turned out. So now it is time to add a little bit of weathering to it. So this one's going to be pretty straightforward weather. It's just going to be a dark wash. So to do that, you just need a paintbrush with some water on it, water down your black paint, and then I'm going to spread it over the entire lightsaber and then go along with lots of paper towel and rub off all the excess. And what this will do, especially on the pole here that has lots of little details, it'll really sink into all those nooks and crannies and make it look really amazing. So I'm just going to go over and do it over the whole lightsaber. So it's time to start installing the electronics into Eowyn's lightsaber. You've seen me do this many times before on all the other Lord of the Rings lightsabers, so I won't talk through it too much, but essentially we've got this 200 lumen Arlec torch, perfect for these, so let's go ahead and just watch me put it all together. And there we go, just like that. We have Eowyn's lightsaber installed with an orange blade. I really like the orange on the gold, looks really cool, and you can see the light coming through the details there. So there you go guys, that's pretty much it. And there we have it guys, that is how I went about making Eowyn's lightsaber. I'm very happy with how this lightsaber turned out. So I think this lightsaber goes really well with the other Rohirrim sword that I've made. So this is Theoden's lightsaber. So I think these two lightsabers together look really great. So I'm going to be putting those up on the wall together. So these lightsabers, just like all of them, take a standard 1-inch lightsaber blade. So it just friction fits in the end there. And probably not too well in this light. So these lightsabers take a standard 1-inch lightsaber, just like all my lightsabers, and it looks really great there in the dark. Obviously with lightsabers they look better in low light versus lots of light. Alright, thanks very much guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.